Hi, my name's Nosha, some of you guys know me as Shubham, and this is my Spurs video podcast. Gonna do quick player ratings for Spurs Villa game. I'm very happy we won. Gonna do a little bit more in depth of my post-match analysis and thoughts, but right now just the player ratings. Starting from the back, Brad Friedel 6.5. Didn't really have to do anything. Made some good, decent saves, but not really. I give him 6.5 because he had nothing to do all game. I think a couple of bent headers, they briefly threatened, and that was it really. Across the back four, I'm going to go for 7. I think they were all pretty diligent, did their jobs, defended really well. But again, Villa didn't really do that much to really force us to really have to do any massive bits of defending. I'll probably give Cabal 7.5, just purely because I think he was a Colossus, but an incredibly quick Colossus, and especially with on there's one tackle against Bonham, and kind of digressing, but I don't know why we want to sign Cahill when Cabal is doing a real good job and he's really starting to come into his own. Midfield, I'm going to give Lennon a 7. I think he was solid. I think the best analogy I can give to Aaron Lennon is this. Essentially, when we're playing with these two flying wingers, everyone's going to look at Gareth Bale. He's like half Jerry Rice, the 49ers Jerry Rice. But the 49ers had another player, John Taylor. And if you forgot about John Taylor, he would murder you. He wouldn't murder you that often, but he could punish you and could hurt you. And I think he did look to attack his fullback, did cause some problems, and he almost provided a really good assist. Good cross for Adebayor, if he managed to get it in. Definitely, so definitely give him a 7. Parker, like the Everett man, I think he's definitely an 8. Could have shown a bit more quality on the ball at times in terms of his passing, a bit more adventurous, but that's not who he is. He's not Huddleston. He's not gonna run with the ball like Luka Modric will and pass it, but he will trap back. He'll put pressure on defenders. He'll put relieve our own defenders, and his yardage is incredible amount of ground he must cover. So I'm gonna give him an 8. Raf van der Vaart, I'll give 7. I think there were some cases where he crossed or passed where he should have shot, and I think only the one time but sometimes he went for shots where I think he should have crossed or passed. I did like the invention he showed at some of our short corners, and I think we've shown a lot more imagination, a lot more variety, and I think that will keep our opponents getting on their toes. So 7.25. Luka Modric, although he's given man of the match by Gary Neville, and who might disagree with Gary Neville, based on the script Gary Neville, definitely give him an 8.5. I thought he was, the reason I'm giving him 8.5 and not man of the match is in the second half he had a lot more space, had a little bit more time. He made some tackles, and obviously that's Parker's influence, but I think everyone was tracking back, and I think that's a lot to do with Parker, but definitely 8.5 purely because in that second half he had a lot more space because they were 2-0 down. They had to be a bit more expansive, and that gave him that little bit of extra yardage to allow him to weave his magic. So that's why I'll give him 8.5. Adebayor, got to give him 8. Had 4 great chances. 2 of them, one of them was, he could have got his hat-trick on it. The other, I thought, I think it was early in the game. He was slightly off. But the second one he couldn't absolutely miss at all, and that was put on a tee by the player who I thought was my man of the match, Gareth Bale, 9. I think a lot of us heard a go at Gareth Bale for, I think he was what called the one-trick pony. He's developed a few more tricks. He cut inside really well. He trapped, he covered yardage, and when he was on the right-hand side playing the inverse winger, won us a free kick, could have won us a penalty. I think he was very dangerous all over, and he's gone back to one of his to his best form. The only 6 I'll give, actually I'll give 2 6s. One to Sandro because he just came on 5 minutes. What the hell could he do? He tightened it up, but let's face it, Villa won that attacking. And Defoe reminds me of the big bad wolf. He'll huff and he'll puff, but unless that defence made of sticks or straw, it ain't gonna blow down. I can see him leaving in the summer. if not January. And then we'll go on to my more post-match analysis. But yeah, definitely going to give a big shout out to Debs and Michael Thompson, who've got now started a massive epic journey back to Oldham. Hopefully in a really good mood. You've got a 3.5 hour drive or something, so I wish you a really good journey. And definitely check out spursforum.co.uk, Spurs Odyssey. Definitely check out the Spurs show tomorrow night. It's going to be very, very funny. Full Cornwall always makes it a funny laugh, always makes it funny. And country captain, top Spurs, very so yeah, just loads of good sites. And please click on these ad links and help me a few pennies. Thank you very much.